Good morning, Bates. It is Thursday morning, Mr. Fonseca. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Happy Thursday, Mr. Softic. How are you doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well. It's a little bit warmer today. The sun might be coming out, so hopefully we can
Yes,
get to 40 degrees after the weather we've had the last couple of days, huh?
that's right. So exciting. We got through one snowy, stormy day, just 2 days ago. So now we can get through anything.
That's right. That's right. We're glad to have our fourth grade and fifth grade students back in the building today. Um, after a week of being remote. So for them, and our K2 guys is still crushing it every day. So proud of them, and our remote learners, as always, is doing a great job. Today is February 4th. It is Black History Month, and today symbolizes the birth of Rosa Parks. Correct? She
That's
was
right.
born, right? So
That,
we're gonna
I'll,
get. I'm sorry.
yeah, I was just going to say, I'll go ahead and share a picture of Rosa Parks for everyone,
Yeah.
Mr. Softic. All right.
Yeah, so
So,
Rosa Parks was born on February 4th, but why is she so important to who we are
yeah,
today?
absolutely. So Rosa Parks was so important because she was someone that was a civil rights activist. So what that means was that she was someone who worked to make sure that everyone was treated equally, no matter what the color of their skin was, no matter what their race was. And she did this in her life and in her actions. One of the things that Rosa Parks did that she's really famous for is she refused to give up her seat to a white man on a public bus in 1955. She said that it's not right for, at that time, white people got the opportunity to sit on the nicest seats on the bus and also the seats that were on the front of the bus, while people who were black were forced to sit on the back. And she said that this isn't right and I'm not going to do it. And by speaking out against it, she inspired many people to do the same, to speak out against being treated unfairly.
Right.
And
And then so that also led to, people like Dr. Martin Luther King, right? And we talk about terms like racism and colorism, right, Mr. Fonseca? So what does that mean in terms of, discrimination?
That's right. So these are really important terms to know that we want to explain to you so that they make sense, not only in Black History Month, but throughout the year, because these are terms that you're going to be talking about throughout your life. So racism is when you discriminate. We talked about that word before, treating someone unfairly or differently, when you discriminate against someone because of their race. And race is the way that different people put each other into groups. They might say, oh, these people are black, these people are white, these people are Hispanic. That's a way that people try to put each other in groups. And that's something that's a creation of people. It's not something that is out there, but it's something that people decided to create and make themselves. And so racism is treating someone, in a negative way, discriminating against them because of whatever racial group that person decides to put them in. And colorism is discriminating against someone because of the color of their skin. Unfortunately, we see both of these really sad issues still happen today and still happen around the world. And we bring these words up and teach them because we want all of our learners to be aware of it so we can speak out against these things wherever they might happen.
Absolutely. So here at Bates, no matter what the color of your skin is, if you see any racist or colorist remarks or actions, what do we want to do? We want to speak out against it, right? We want to call it and say that's not right, right? We don't treat anyone differently because of the skin color,
That's
and we need to call it out. Otherwise, no one's going to learn. If we kind of always hide it behind it, people's other words, and we kind of let it happen, guess what's going to happen? It's going to continue. We
right.
really we need to be brave, like we talked about last week, and call it out in the moment. And that doesn't matter who you are, right?
That's absolutely right. Everyone is equally responsible. If you see something that's wrong, you're responsible for saying, hey, stop that. That's not right. Everybody's equally responsible for that.
Absolutely. So, and that's, from students to our teachers, we all need to be, part of that process. And if you want to talk about it further, talk to your teachers or talk to someone about it and how you can learn how to speak out against, colorism or racism, because we're here to teach you about that process and how to learn from it, so that everyone feels included, and could be celebrated because they're different. That's the important part, right? Because if we are different,
That's
that's something to celebrate.
Exactly. We talked a lot about different things, different cultures and different experiences that we've had. We talked about different languages. We talked about different countries. All right. Differences are something that are great and amazing and that we want to celebrate. It would be a really sad world if everybody was exactly the same.
Absolutely. So Rosa Parks was born on this day. Obviously, you see how incredible she was for speaking up against racism. And like we talked about, people like Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and other great black people in our country. The civil rights movement is so important, and it's because of people like Rosa Parks that we're making progress. We all can always do better. We get to do better today. We all have to be better, but because of people like her and how brave she was, we this will be a better place for everybody.
Exactly. 100%.
All right. Yeah, thank you. All right, so we're gonna learn more about that, the rest of the school year and on. If you have any questions about that, please talk to your teachers, talk to us. We'd love to have that discussion with you about how you can, be brave and speak out against racism.
Yeah. And talk to your families too. Let your families be a part of the conversation as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, Mr. Fonseca, it's Thursday. Anything else going on this week?
This week, no, we are close to the end of this week, and we just want to finish off strong and start next Monday really strong. And just have a really solid week wherever you are, whether you're learning remotely, whether you're learning in person, whether you're in hybrid. And as always, we kind of remind students, if you are in one of the hybrid classes, you want to make sure that on the days that you have to be in person, you really come in person. It's not, you don't really get to choose like, oh, today I'm going to choose to be remote, or today I'm going to choose to be in person. Like the days that you're supposed to be here, you have to be here. So make sure to come on those days. And everyone else, continue the hard work that you're doing in your remote classes, continue the hard work that you're doing in your hybrid days. We really appreciate and are inspired by the work our students are doing every day.
Absolutely. Well put. And we're only about a little over a week until, February break. And so before we know it, trimester 2 is going to be over. So we really want to make sure that we take advantage of the next week. And then you get a little break. So keep working hard. If you have to catch up over the February break, please do so. But we hope you can get everything done, meet those deadlines, and get all the work on and expectations of your teachers in the next week. Um, because you guys deserve the break. You need to get away from the computer, get away from the books, and relax, and spend time with your family. So we want that for you guys. So if you need any help, catching up or diving into the hard work, let us know. And then it's Thursday morning, and let's have a great day today. All right.
Absolutely. Yep. So, as always, it's a great day to be great.